Okay, this is going to be mainly a video for my aunt about the elephant garlic. So I was gonna take some pictures, so I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna do a video because video's worth 1,000 pictures. So this is the first row that we did when we planted these. We planted these in 6 consecutive days. The row on the left, which is the one I'm going to do first, is the one that we did first. These were planted at the end of November, and right now it is May the 9th. So there's that. So this is what I'm doing here. So just showing you the garlic here. And so now everything in this row that I'm showing right now has been, every single scape has popped on this row, and every single scape has come off of this row. So that's why we were wanting to do that. I've also had enough rain lately where my little beginnings of the ditch over here actually has some water in it. Andre's over there supposed to be cleaning the yard cart, but she's not for some reason. So that was the one that we were supposed to do tomorrow. And then this is the other row we were supposed to do. Let me do it from this side. This was row 2. Now I also took up the sprinkler lines because when I used the undercutter, which I'll show that in a minute, I didn't want to break the sprinkler line, the irrigation line, so that's what I'm doing. Alright, so here is row 2 here. Now the reason why we were thinking that we needed to harvest is that if you look at this one right here, this one has flopped over. And the ones I showed you on the picture, all of those, the stalks were either flopped over, like that one is right there. The stalk was completely brown, and a couple of them, the stalks were just completely off, and the bulb was in the ground. And so I actually had to go root around and dig the for the bulb. Now, as a side note, these things keep popping up all over the place, and Andre made a comment of that looks like watermelon, and this is where our watermelon was last year. So now we're having watermelon plants start all over the place. So hopefully we can grab some of them and put them where we were going to put watermelon this year. Alright, so these are the first 2 rows. Let me swing the camera around. Those 2 rows are the ones that are the most developed. So the rest of them, as you can see, there's virtually no brown on these. We were not going to mess with any of these this weekend. We were going to wait. We were just going to do those 2 rows. So, like I said, I felt that just showing you what these were was better than trying to take pictures. Also, on another note, while we're on the video here, that's what the carrots look like. So the carrots are coming along good. The beets here, hold on. Alright, so the side closest to me that's on the left, that's the white beets. So the picture you saw, which had the white beets, that's what these are. Andre just yoinked a couple because she just wanted to see what they look like. Here's our Parisian star garlic here. Andrea literally just harvested the scapes of these today. It's either today or yesterday, I can't remember. But every single scape popped on all of these at the exact same time. And so she harvested every single scape for these. Now these scapes look like a normal garlic scape. So the elephant garlic scapes go straight up, where a normal garlic scape curls. So it comes up, then curls back down, and that's what these do. And here's the remainder of our green garlic. And obviously we didn't use it all. So we're actually going to harvest it, and then we're going to plant it back in the ground and make green garlic for next year. So we probably will not need to be buying green garlic for next year. So I just wanted to show that. That's all the Keen's garlic here. There were a couple of Keen's garlic that we had to harvest because their entire stalks were also yellow. And so, like I said, every single one that we've already harvested, the entire stalk was either yellow or completely off of the plant or the bulb itself. The onions are doing really well. The potatoes are obviously doing really well. This right here on the right side where the potatoes are right here, that's actually some of the hay that we got for free. So instead of buying more straw, we're just using some of the hay since we have a lot of hay. Here's our leeks here. And so the leeks are doing significantly better than they did last year. So I don't know what we did different this year, but these look significantly better than they did last year. So I'm really impressed with these leeks. And then here's all of our oopsie onions. Most of these onions, these were our onions that were in the refrigerator that we harvested from last year, and they started sprouting. And so they're obviously starting to shoot up and create flowers. So I think Andrea is going to try to capture those seeds. So, because she said that's what they were going to do. Other than that, I don't know why she planted them in the ground. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. So before it gets too dark, let me get over to the undercutter. Okay, here is the undercutter that we just bought. I have it attached to the tractor. It actually came in 3 boxes. The blade piece, which is the U-shaped gray piece, came as one single component. Then all of the green components came in a separate box. And then the back piece, which that is, I call it the kickstand, where it's up right now, but you can just move. You can take this piece out, flip it down, and then when it's not attached to the tractor, you can store it and it stands up instead of lays down, because this thing weighs about 120, 130 pounds, something like that. So I wouldn't want to have to lift that thing up to get it on here. So, like I said, we haven't used it yet. I did have to put it together, but it wasn't complicated at all. It was just putting these bolts and stuff on there, so it wasn't rocket science. I need to remember to do that. So this is more mental note for me. I do need to tighten that because my mechanic set didn't have one that was big enough for that, so I'll have to use some sort of wrench for that, and so, or adjustable wrench. So anyway, that's it. Now when the 3-point hitch is all the way up, This only sits probably about 6 inches above the ground. And this particular one can go, I think, 12 inches into the ground. We're not going to be doing that. And because our garlic is in a raised bed, so we're probably going to be going about at ground level. So as long as we're going below the bulbs, that's the only thing we care about. And then the other thing that we could do... Okay, for some reason the video stopped, so I'm hoping this is about where it stopped. There's a little piece here that if you see that square piece there, you can put a metal rod through there. You can add weight to it. So if you're digging into the ground, it adds weight to it to keep the actual cutter into the ground, which right now we're not going to need, hopefully. So we're not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is we're not going to do that. And then if we do, one of our neighbors has a metal shop, so he should be able to hook us up. So Andrea was going to show some garlic we found in our fallow area. So hold on. Okay. We had some garlic that was growing in our fallow area from this year, which means that it was hidden from last year. So
probably a corm.
Yeah, so we think it's a corm. So you have the little corms there, which means it was elephant garlic, and then you got what the bulb is here,
and a corm there,
and with another corm on it. And so yeah, that is from our fallow area. There's
more in there.
There's more in there. It's just hard to see them right now.
So you got some long pants and some boots.
And then, of course, the sisters are having a good time out right now. It's actually been raining a lot lately, and we're supposed to get a lot more rain.
Oh yeah, they said
so. I wanted to run inside real quick and show everybody who's not my aunt what she was looking at on the garlic that we've already harvested. Okay, this is a Keen's garlic. This was the very first one I harvested. The reason I harvested it is that virtually the entire stalk was brown. So it's like, yeah, I got to get it out of the ground. And as you can see, it was bursting at the seams here. So it was definitely ready. And I'm like going, ooh, that's pretty nice. And then there were 2 or 3 others over here of our garlic that like this one here and this one here, all of these here, every single one of those, the stalks not only flopped over, they were completely detached from the bulb itself. So the only reason I knew there was a bulb in the ground was the stalk was right there. And so I had to go into the ground and basically find the bulb. And so then this great big one here, this one here was on the first row, and I think it had 2 green leaves left, and the rest of them were all brown. And so that's why we went ahead and that's why I harvested it. And then these were also 2 other Keen's ones that we harvested, but similar to. The majority of those leaves were also brown. So that's why we harvested these, is because virtually every single leaf was either brown, or they were flopped over, or they were completely detached from the bulb. Now, on a side note, here, these are the actual white beets. Andrea, for whatever reason, is not satisfied with regular stuff. She has to have weird stuff. So instead of regular beets, we have white beets. So they're white in and white out, as in white skin and white interior. So they're starting to get a little mushy, so we're gonna have to cook those up probably tomorrow. So she just wanted to see what they tasted like because she gets impatient sometimes. So anyway, I got to go back out because we got to shoo the sisters back in, which is always fun. And obviously, while the sisters are out, the guys are not out. So Sherlock and Lady Pants are not having a good time right now, but the chickens are. So anyway, I just wanted to say where we are with the garlic and everything, and I felt doing a little video was going to be a lot better than trying to show with a couple of photos.